Welcome to the show. Now please strap in for the truth and remember the words of the great Tom Cruise.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Now welcome to Off Topic on Point.
Right. Well, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever this may find you. I am Rob, one of the O-Top guys, and I am joined by my compatriot of many years, Russell.
That's me. Hi, everybody.
And
I'm
this
his
is
compatriot.
and this is the pilot episode of Off Topic on Point.
Hey, man, did you say it was a final episode?
No, it's the pilot episode. Not
Oh,
the
pilot. Okay, man. I just didn't hear you right. I guess.
Well, I guess it was the whole good afternoon.
This is over before it gets started.
Who knows, right? We'll just have to
That's
see how
right.
it goes, right?
Yeah.
But no, it's good to be joined. I hope you're doing well this evening when we're recording. For us, it's this evening right now because it's when we're recording this. So, so how's it going, Russell? How's everything going for you?
Oh, it's going good. We had a lot of rain here over the last 24 hours, which was pretty unusual. Me coming out of San Antonio, Texas here, and it's welcome rain because our aquifer is needing it. But wow, I mean, I think they recorded something like 6 to 7 inches at the airport overnight.
And that's a lot. I
And
remember.
you used to live here, you know
Yeah.
what that's
Oh,
what that's
yeah,
about. So
Yeah,
and
you guys need it.
it was
so.
going all morning really up into and through early morning traffic. So obviously that affected things, but we've recovered pretty well from it. Nice afternoon and evening, and I'm doing fine. I didn't go out in any of it.
Well, stay dry. Stay dry.
Yeah, right.
You guys are not equipped to handle the big rains. Just
We're not equipped to handle a lot here except a whole lot of sunshine and heat. So
Exactly.
That's just the way it is.
I remember when we lived there, we liked it, but you guys are really just equipped to handle the
Yeah,
sun.
I know.
Everything, it's hot. And then when it starts to rain and it starts to do stuff or hail or whatever, everybody kind of goes, I don't know exactly what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the question is, do you know what you're doing now? I don't see
I'm
what
not
you're doing.
sure. Oh, what I'm trying to do right now is, hey, I'm basically doing what they tell you to do in the movie theaters. I'm silencing my cell phone. So
Oh,
right
man.
now, I'm silencing all devices.
Hey,
So that way you don't hear all the beeps and blurps and notifications coming through on my cell phone or iPad or whatever. So
Did you ever go to the theater? It was years ago, and there was Sid and Velma that they had cartoon characters, and they were using them to tell people not to talk too loud in the theater.
yeah, no,
I'm dating myself here.
You are dating, but you know what? That's what's funny is we use the theater to and my brain works a real weird way, but I made when we were trying to we have friends and everybody
Yeah.
who was potty training their kids at the time, and so when we were there, it just hit me when that let's all go to the lobby. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Now you know who Ronnie. He of course nobody here is going to know Ronnie except
Yeah,
for
friend of
closest
ours,
associates.
yeah.
But yeah, it's Ronnie used to sing that little jingle just for fun.
yeah, no, and so I made up a let's all go to the potty so that I could help friends of ours when they were potty training their kids.
Yeah,
So-
I'm sure glad this isn't a faith-based program, brother.
Oh, hey, well,
This is barely family.
We're believers, family friendly, but yes,
Yeah.
I don't know how that would go well in a discussion on Romans. Let's all go to the potty, or you know what I mean. I don't know where that would fit in Philippians or Ephesians or Corinthians. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But
We should just count it all dung, as the old King James would say, Yeah.
right, I mean that would go into the potty. It's kind of one of those things. So no, but yeah, it's good to be doing a podcast with you. Excited to
Yeah.
see where it all goes, and tell everybody. I guess we should probably tell everybody what the Off Topic on Point podcast is
Yeah.
going to kind of what kind of adventure they're in for when they listen.
Yes. Well, I mean, for my part, what I'll say is that we are pretty much open to and going to be addressing all kinds of topics. And so we're not going to be just on one. And so when we're addressing a particular topic in one of the podcasts, it's good to understand that there are literally thousands of other ones that we aren't addressing that we will address or could potentially address. And so we're off topic. no matter what topic we're on, right? And
Right.
so that's kind of that's part of what the title means. But no matter what, we're going to seek to be on point. We're going to try to bring the goods. We're going to try to know what we're talking about when we're addressing whatever the topic is that we are on, even though we may be off topic when it comes to every other topic. Also, we may go off topic right in the middle of being on topic
Yep.
because you and I we kind of chase a lot of rabbit trails.
Oh, we will look
Wait a minute. Do you chase rabbit trails? Okay, we're chasing rabbits down rabbit trails.
down rabbit trails, down
So we're
rabbit holes,
visiting them,
depending on
right?
what we're
That's
in
what
the
we're
middle of
doing
one
right
right
now.
now. Exactly.
Yeah, you got it,
We
man.
are in the middle of one.
We are
Speaking
one
of-
person. That's what we are. We're one person.
We are. Speaking of rabbit trails, I got one for
Yes,
you.
okay. Lay it on me, brother.
All right. So, and I think we should probably make this a segment, and we'll call it Rob or Russell, whoever's making them. Okay.
Whichever R is the
R
R
is
that-
making
got
it. Yes. But we'll call it in this instance. We'll call it Rob's rants. Okay. Because there.
Okay.
I think you're like me, and the world, Russell, deserves at times to be ranted at or about. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to give you one of
Ever
two
increasingly.
options. Okay, one of two options, and then we'll save the next rant for the next show, and we'll do that. But here are your options. Okay,
All right.
for Rob's rants. Okay, so you can either get the one about Walmart and their need for efficiency, or old people and self checkout.
Yeah, so we're gonna file both of those under the unsolvable problems of the world.
No. You get to pick which one I'm going to rant about.
Oh, okay.
There's a story
Well,
behind one, so
gosh.
you get to pick
Let's-
which
You
one.
know what? Because I'm closer to being the people in the second category than
Yeah.
in some other category that's behind me. Let's go with the first option there.
Okay, so the Walmart
Walmart.
rant. Okay, so I'm gonna check this off of my list here, and the next episode, or whenever we get back to Rob's rants, I'll probably keep a running list, and you'll always have options to choose from. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right, man.
But
All
here's the deal.
So we're still gonna hear the rant about the seniors.
Well, when you choose that option, yes.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
but so here's my rant about Walmart, and the
All right.
Walmart drives me up a wall. So I was in a
Drives
Walmart,
you
and
up the wall.
there it is. I was in a Walmart, okay, and it doesn't matter which one, and I'm not going to tell you which one. I don't want Walmart coming after us,
Sure.
But I was in a Walmart, and I was helping out someone with they said, "Hey, Rob, and I work a lot, with computers and with technology and helping people with that and doing that kind of thing." And they said, "Can you help me get a computer? Can you help me get a printer? Can you help me do all the networking and all that stuff and just get me set up?" And I said, "Sure, no problem." So went to Walmart, okay? And when I was at Walmart, okay, there was two people back in the electronics section. Two people, Russell.
Okay.
Two people.
And everybody needs to know that you're a tech guy.
Yes, I'm a tech person, okay? And so here's the thing. We picked out the computer, I got the printer, got the cables, got the mouse, got everything in the cart except for the computer. Those are in the cages that are locked behind there.
Yeah.
Now, the lady behind the counter says, "Oh, you can take all of the stuff in your cart and go up front and pay." So I'm thinking, hey, you know what? I'm just going to get the thing and go and pay because there's people back there. Now, there is this lady who has got this one guy tied up talking about phones, and she's got a notebook out. And I mean, she's just going through everything about her. I guess it's her Cricket, whatever service Walmart provides. Okay.
Okay.
Then you got this other older gentleman, and he's got the other person tied up for a second, and they're going through trying to get his phone. Okay, so everybody's tied up on phones.
Okay.
Instead of having one person doing the phones and saying, "Hey, look, let's just one person phones. Let's get these other people cycled through." We're both on phones, and while then this one person's like on hold, like, "Hang on a minute, we'll be fine." They take this other lady way over to the side and working with her in the picture department, but again, still her phone. This lady just walks through, says, "Oh, I have some pictures to pick up." And I'm like, "Oh, no problem." So they're getting her pictures. I'm still, Russell, I have to be somewhere. I don't have time to wait 30 minutes. We've already been waiting 15 minutes. So then I finally just go over to the lady and I said, "Look, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to break into the line. Is it possible to just get the computer and I'll go up front and pay because you said we could pay for these things?" She says to me, "Oh, no, you can't do that. You have to pay for the computer back here."
Right.
Then the story is not over. Then she says, "Well, let me just I'm on hold. Let me just look at the computer that you want. We're at 20 minutes now.
Okay.
She goes and she looks at the computer.
Right.
They don't have the computer we need in stock. Now you'd think, okay, we just walk out of the store and we're done.
Yeah.
You would be wrong. There is still more to this tale of woe in Walmart and the absolute lack of ability to get people in and out. They need some Chick-fil-A service in there. I'm not super fond, and this is going to get us in real big trouble. I'm not fond of the taste of Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
but
I
the
am.
Service at Chick-fil-A
Oh, I
is
am.
Phenomenal. Better than any service
Oh, yeah.
you get anywhere
Yeah,
else. Okay.
There's the service at Chick-fil-A, and
Yes.
then
Every-
there's the bathrooms at Buc-ee's.
There you go.
When you
Right.
talk about
Okay.
excellence.
There it is.
There
right?
you go.
So then we go up front to pay. With Sans computer, we're gonna have to get that somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah.
So then we go up front, and this person is ringing us up, and they are. I really feel like us having 6 items was a struggle for them. You know what I'm saying? Even though this was not a 15 items or less, whatever, we had 6 items. This
Yeah.
was a lot for them to handle. Okay, because they were not getting us through. Then one of the things we got an external hard drive. Okay, we got one of the 1 terabyte hard drives, and everything else and stuff like that. And they put it on top of the little spinny around thing where the bags are. And I said, you probably got to take the anti-theft device off. And she goes, and Russell, this is where I thought, you know what? My day is about to just come apart.
Okay.
She goes, oh, well, no, I can't take that off. I have to walk over to customer service and I'll get that taken off for you when I'm done ringing you up. Wait. Every other Walmart I've been to, I'm like, they just take it off at customer service.
Right
and
there. Yeah.
Not here. So then when we're done
You went
ringing
to
it
the
up,
wrong one.
evidently, then when we're done ringing it up, and Russell, we're not at a checkout that's like right next to customer service. This person saunters, not walks with the purpose, not walks with urgency, saunters
Okay.
to customer service. Then proceeds, it would appear. Now, I don't know because it was a long way, and I'm just looking. You kind of almost do the thing with your eye, make your own binoculars.
Right.
Yeah, right. And I'm watching as she seems to have a conversation because she knows the customer service manager. I guess they work together. So I don't exactly know, but that's not the point. The point is now they're having a conversation. I don't unlock the hard drive. I want to go. So then the manager walks back, and then he comes back over, and she's standing in that that aisle where you get out. You know what I mean? That big that goes, and then comes back, and then goes back in. This all takes about 5 to 6, 7 minutes.
Yeah.
It should have been walk with purpose, get it unlocked, walk back. I'm thinking 2 to 3 minutes tops, and I'm not a speed walker. Let me be clear. I just walk, whatever. You know what I'm saying? 7 to 8, 5, 7 minutes. I'm going to go between 5 to 8 minutes at least. And I'm sitting there, and when she walks back, it's as though she's done some great like, here you go, And I'm like, what? Like, this is it. Walmart has got to get better at their efficiency because the whole thing. It also baffles me that she was one of the only lanes open. Like this was a busier Walmart. Okay. Luckily, I got in there before the line started, but I've often wondered why Walmart has like 25 lanes and there's only ever 2 open. Like,
Yeah.
there's only 2 ever. Like, I've never, like, okay, maybe at the Christmas rush there's more, but literally, like, okay, but why are you building 25 lanes? Right?
It's a conversation starter.
Evidently, because
It
they
gets
don't
people
ever
talking about
they don't
Walmart.
ever fill
'Cause
that
you
off.
You leave and then you say, why did they do that? And then
Yeah,
and then it finds its way into conversations on podcasts and things like
Evidently it does, but it was ridiculous. So that's my rant. Walmart has got to become more efficient, honestly.
Well,
like
Let me ask you a question,
crazy.
my friend, if I could.
Yeah.
Are you which generation are you born in? Which are you?
Gen X.
You are a Gen Xer. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought that might be right.
Yeah,
You're a late Gen Xer, right?
Yeah, I am, but I'm actually, it's interesting. I've read something and I from where my age is and everything else, I am also part of the Gen Xers. This what's called the bridge. meaning I had a foot in where technology, when they say started, where you did not have like the internet was just starting. So you have life and you understand life prior to cell phones,
Yeah.
prior
Yeah.
to social media, prior to all that stuff. But you're young enough that you were able to adapt to it and
Yeah.
make it a part of your life and what
Yeah.
you are.
That
So
makes sense.
they call that they I guess they call it
Well,
that bridge generation.
I wasn't going for anything so grandiose as that, but
Yeah.
that's good to know for future reference. But here's the problem, brother. You are expecting something that almost doesn't exist and can't exist today. You're expecting a concept of good customer service.
I know.
And you can't have good customer service if it's not taught. And it's not taught these
Oh
days.
no, it's not.
Not it's ostensibly taught, I think, but it's not actually taught.
No.
And so I remember my days when I was working for a local restaurant chain. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
And they made sure you knew how to treat the customer, and that
Yeah.
was at the pinnacle. There's just not a concept very much of that now. Chick-fil-A, they are an
Yes.
exception, right?
Oh yeah.
And there are maybe a few other exceptions out there, but by and large, you go to places and I mean, it doesn't surprise me to hear that you went through that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
funny.
That's funny. Yeah.
But it's not,
Well-
it doesn't surprise me.
Well,
So
see, that's like with
so
Chick-fil-A.
you want to bring your expectations up
yeah, I guess I got to
more
lower
like,
my
you know,
expectation, yeah.
Post millennial, even though I'm not a
Probably.
post millennialist theologically. But there you
Right.
go.
No, yeah. Well, see, and that's like talking about Chick-fil-A though. For a party that we were helping to put on,
Yeah.
nuggets. Chick-fil-A nuggets are, wow. That was one of the things that we're like, okay, hey, we need to have the nuggets. Well, we ran out because everybody wanted them. Well, I had to go back. Now, the catering order for 200 nuggets, okay? The catering order, you'd think, okay, wait. Well, I mean, I walked into Chick-fil-A and I ordered 200 nuggets. They looked at me and said, we'll have them right out. And buddy, Russell, I'm honestly, it was probably as quick or maybe even a little quicker than the catering order I put in when I put it in 3 days early. You know what I'm saying? And I said, hey, I'm gonna come pick these up on, such and such a day at such and such a time.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they were quick, but they want it fresh, so they cooked it and they did that stuff. When I came in there and I ordered those nuggets and I ordered that catering order, it came out post haste, and they were like, "Hey, we're sorry about the way." Hey, it wasn't even. I mean, if you go in and order 200 nuggets and you're expecting it to come out in 3.5 minutes,
Yeah. No,
but it didn't take 30 minutes. It took about probably honestly 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm walking out with 200 nuggets. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? I mean, no joke. Like I said, I'm not a huge I'm a huge fan of their customer service and their logistics on how they get people through, because I have never seen a Chick-fil-A that does not have a line going around the building and
Oh
around
yeah.
the block.
Yeah. Outside.
The only
right.
time that Chick-fil-A does not have a line around the building and around the block is on Sunday or on any other day of the week
Yeah.
when they're closed.
Yeah. If they're
That's the
not
only
open,
time-
you have to expect the lines to be shorter when they're closed. So
Yeah, the lines are shorter. Sometimes people will sit there and wait, I guess, but but I think honestly part of it is just it's good. They have mastered customer service in a day and
Yeah.
age where customer service is going the way of the dinosaur.
yeah, it's a peek at the past.
Yeah, it really is.
Chick-fil-A, and you ponder something like that. That is as arcane as
Yeah.
good customer service. Yeah. So was this the topic that we're off
This-
of?
This was
Or are we
raw.
on another topic to get onto
I
this?
guess we're talking about customer service. Rob's rant for the evening led us to customer
Rob's rant
service,
part
a
two.
dying
All right.
breed. A dying
right, well,
one. There we
No
go.
doubt that's going to be a popular segment on here.
Oh
Rob's-
yeah. So, but anyway, but to just kind of sum up, but for anybody listening and everything else, off topic on point is
yes.
really just it's a stream of consciousness. So the way that Russell and I have envisioned it is if Seinfeld is a show about nothing, we're a show about anything. As long as it's, within the realm of appropriateness and things like that. But it's a show about kind of whatever comes into our head, and you may be off the topic of the day for you, but we'll be on point with whatever topic we seem to bring up. And the reason we say off topic is we may start one and some
Yep.
strange hair will hit us, and we'll take a left turn and we'll start going down another one. So it's
Not that that hasn't already happened.
no, it's already happened probably 2 or 3 times now. So
Yeah.
welcome to the
Welcome to the
inside of our
show.
minds. Yeah, welcome to the show.
So,
We hope you stay and
and
listen to part two. You know,
if I
so
could just to Rob to give a little bit of something for serious consideration, we will be uh, discussing things out of the culture,
yeah,
the
absolutely.
current events. We'll also be
Yeah,
talking about things probably that have to do with different aspects of theology,
yep,
philosophy.
yeah,
Well, we will have guests on here from time to time,
yeah,
maybe more frequently than from time to time,
sure,
on a host of different topics. And some of the topics will be deep, and some of the topics will simply be entertaining. And so it's going to be that kind of a show. It's going to be a lot of versatility. Hopefully, it'll be a show that you enjoy and that will make you laugh, but also make you think.
yep.
And
We're going to entertain ourselves. That's for sure.
that you can rest assured of. If you haven't picked up on that already,
We
then
will.
it'll take you a couple of shows maybe, but you will pick up on it somewhere along the way. Rob and I, we have a dynamic that is probably it's unique to us, and everybody can be thankful for that.
There
Probably.
you go. Probably. Well, they're probably thankful that there's only, when you go, there's one of a kind, or you're two of a kind, or
Yeah,
whatever. They're
yeah,
probably like, well, at least there's only you two.
yeah. There
So
was a. Did you ever see that show, The Middle?
yes,
Well,
yes,
they had Dick Van Dyke and his brother Jerry Van Dyke. Jerry Van Dyke was actually a semi-regular on there.
yeah,
He played one of the grandparents,
yeah,
and you remember that. Well, they had Dick Van Dyke and him on there, and they were playing they were playing brothers, which is what they actually are in real life.
yeah,
Or were. Jerry Van Dyke is already passed on, but there's a song that they sang on one of the episodes, "Two of a Kind."
yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw it, but
I'm not
that's
sure if I've seen that one, but it
kind of
sounds very familiar. But yes,
two
it
of a
is.
kind.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not even going to try it here. Never mind, because I don't remember it. So, but yeah,
But hey, maybe
look
that'll
up
be
the
a segment.
episode.
Maybe we'll do it. And not only that, what we can do is have Russell's renditions, where you can sing us different songs or make medleys
Yeah,
of things you like, and you'll grace us with a song every now and
yeah.
then.
Maybe we won't do that.
Maybe we won't. We'll just see
That
how
might
it
be the
goes.
more likely possibility. Yeah, but thanks for the idea, Rob.
Hey, look, I just want you to know I'm a giver. Okay. That's
Yeah, I
what
can
I
see that.
do. I'm
You're giving
here.
me a headache.
That's right. So, and then for everybody listening, if you have a suggestion, you have a topic you'd like
Yes.
us to talk about, or you have something you want to ask us or you want us to address, you can email the show at OTOP now at gmail.com. Again, that's OTOPNOW at gmail.com.
Go top now.
OTOP now. So so you can email us. We will check those. We'll check those emails, and we will either get back to you, or who knows, you could be the next topic that
Never know.
or we may read your email on the air. We probably won't use your name because that's just not something we do. We're not going to out you, but
Yeah.
we may read the email, and then you can, when you're listening in your car or at home in your AirPods or whatever, you can be excited and go, hey, that's me. So you'll know
So
that
if they
we're
send us
talking
snail
about
mail,
you.
we won't read that one.
No, snail
Know what
mail.
you're
We don't
saying?
really. Yeah, probably not. No. Yeah, no.
You tech guys, I'll tell you.
I know. Well, look, we're very hoity-toity, Russell. Look, it's kind of like
Yeah, upper crust, brother.
we're
I
pretty
know.
much, it's kind of like, it's like when I make sourdough bread and do that kind of stuff. I only use the finest ingredients.
Well, we're gonna have an episode on that. You need to take some footage up because that's something the world needs to see. Rob
Oh
Wilson
yeah,
making sourdough bread.
that's right.
Absolutely.
There you go. So we'll see. But I guess for this episode, we're going to sign off. We will see you in episode 2. Thank you for listening. Have a good evening or afternoon or morning, wherever this finds you. And we will see you later.
Godspeed.
Have a good one. Godspeed.
Thank you for listening today to Off Topic On Point. We want to remind you of our email address if you'd like to contact us. It's otopnow@gmail.com. That's otopnow@gmail.com. And as always, we want to leave you with this. It's okay to be off topic. Just make sure you're always on point. All right. We'll catch